10 essential life skills your child can learn this holiday. Hi, my name is Ayolu Adedeji and welcome to today's session of the Parenting Talk Show with Coach Ayolu, and I'm super excited that you are here again on this show. Welcome back. And if you are joining me for the first time, you are highly welcome. What we do on this show is talking and learning about parenting. And trust me, every session on the Parenting Talk Show with Coach Ayolu is loaded, strategic, and empowering. So you're welcome. Have your seat, and today promises to be so enlightening and educative because we are reimagining the school holiday as something that is just more than breaks from academics, because it is an open door for something richer, that is life skill. Once again, my name is Ayolu Adedeji. I am a parenting coach, and I am the founder and the lead consultant at the Modern Family Focus. And I love to be called the parenting guru. Yes, I am the parenting guru because I love to talk about parenting. I love to learn about parenting, and I love to teach all that I know in parenting. And that is why you should not miss this show just for once. And in case you have missed any of this session, please go to my YouTube channel. They are all available on my YouTube channel, and you can catch the replay there. Yes, welcome. Are you ready for me today? Because I am ready. I am super ready for you today. Holiday is here again. For those of us in Nigeria and, other places in the world, this is a long holiday. And many parents are worrying, what can my children do? Will my children not forget what they are being taught before they resume school and all that, during this holiday? But what if this break becomes the perfect moment to teach your children what schools don't even consider important, but that are actually important in life? What if this long holiday is the perfect time for you to teach your children what schools don't always have time for? That is life skills. And today, I'm going to show you 10 essential life skills. 10 essential life skills that your child can learn and that your child should learn. Not just that your child can learn. In actual sense, your child should learn these 10 life skills during this holiday session. If you have not started teaching any of these skills, this is the right time to begin. And if you have started, this is another opportunity to, reorganize and re-strategize and reschedule your plan towards learning those skills. So these are skills that shape what I call the 3 C's of life. Hear me again. I said these skills, these 10 skills that I'm about to share with you today, they are the skills that shape what I call the 3 C's of life. Number 1 C is character. Number 2 is confidence. And number 3 is capability. Let me take that again. I said number 1 C is character. Number 2 is confidence. And number 3 is capability. I called these 3 C's of life. 3 C's of life. I think something is wrong with my lightning. Please, can you see me clearly? Or maybe it's the network. I can't really see, but it seems I'm looking blurry, kind of. I don't know. But please, if you can see me, please let me know that you can see me clearly. So that's what we're about to learn today. And I hope you are ready because you are leaving this session loaded. You know why? You know why this session is important? Academic success open doors. Yes, academic success open doors. But life skills help your child walk through those doors with wisdom. Let me say it again. I said Academic success open doors. Of course, if you want to get a job, you want to get a contract, or even you want to set a business on your own, you require certain level of academic success, at least certain level. Yes. So that's what I mean by saying that academic success opens door. But life skills help your child walk through those doors with what? With wisdom. With wisdom. So it is not enough for your children to be academic guru. It's okay. It's okay to raise academic guru. It's fine. But life is not just about only academics. There are life skills that will help your children to walk through the doors that academic success would open with wisdom. Meaning that if you are academically inclined and you lack certain life skills, you can still struggle in life. A child who lacks any of these 10 skills that I want to teach you today, even if that child is A1 or A1 plus child academically, that child still stands a chance to struggle. Chances are that such a child will struggle in life. So it is important to equip your children academically, send them to good schools, get them to write and pass their exams, let them have qualifications, let them earn certificates, certifications, professional qualifications, and all that. And don't forget to equip them also with these 10 life skills that I want to share with you today. And like I said it, this long holiday is the best time for you to start in case you have not started. If you have not started, congratulations to you. You are doing well. Continue. This class will also equip you with, skills and strategies to reshape your teaching. Yes, how you teach and what you teach. This class will also teach you. But in case you have not started, this is the right time. This is the right time. And that's why I keep saying that holiday is not for summer lesson. Long holiday is not for summer lesson. No. It's not for that. It's not a time that you go and dump your children somewhere because you want to work, you have things to do. Long holiday period is for skill building. It's for family bonding. Yes. Family bonding, it's important. It's for teaching. Holiday is not a time of parenting. No, it's a time on purposeful parenting. Purposeful parenting. And like I said in one of my posts, that if you don't make this holiday purposeful, you will waste it. Yes, you will waste it. So that is why this class is really important. If you are joining me for the first time and you are wondering, what are they doing at the Model Family Focus? At the Model Family Focus, what we do is that we teach parents how to parent. We equip parents with skills and strategies that they need to raise well-rounded and purpose-led children. And I have a good news for you. Hey, 2 of my books are coming out. Powerful books. Powerful books. Don't worry. I'll give you the gist about that later. Let's move on. So I said academic success open doors, but life skills help your child to walk through that door with wisdom. So the first life skill that I want to talk about is cooking skills. Possibly you might even know some of these skills that I want to talk about, but you don't even know the importance. You don't know why your children should learn all these skills. After this session, you walk away with that knowledge and understanding why your children need to learn these skills. The first one is cooking basics. Yes, cooking. Children of all ages can start learning. I will tell you why and what cooking skills teaches children. Yes, children of all ages can start learning cooking. Cooking doesn't necessarily mean putting lights on the burner, putting pots there, and all that. Cooking starts from preparation, food preparation, preparing the kitchen, tidying up the kitchen, getting recipes and ingredients all arranged together. So you can teach your children even as a toddler. Yes, our toddler, we have a toddler in the home and he participates in the kitchen. Yes, he does. When I go to markets and I get vegetables, ewedu or efo, anything, he sits with us in the kitchen and he will cut ewedu with us. That's learning. That's cooking basics. He's a boy. He's less than 3 years. He's learning cooking basics. Sometimes I invite him to put seasoning cube in the food. Sometimes salt. Sometimes, just to arrange things in the house. In the kitchen, I mean. Sometimes he's picking. Yes, he picks beans. Those are cooking basics that a toddler can learn. So children of all ages can start learning cooking basics from toddlers. So if you have a toddler and you are worrying, what can my child learn about cooking? I just taught you one. As a matter of fact, when you're in the kitchen, you have a toddler. Oh, get me a spoon. Get me a cutlery there. Get me this. Those are cooking basics that you are teaching your children. A 5-year-old boy is already using knife. Yes. This afternoon, when we came back from church, I had so many things to do. Our daughter was in the kitchen, blending pepper. Our son was preparing for dinner. He was picking beans. Our little boy was arranging water and all that. And I was busy preparing my slide for this class. Yes, cooking basics. Children can learn how to boil water, fry eggs, make simple meals. Our 5-year-old son can prepare pap, can prepare spaghetti. Yesterday morning, they prepared their meal by themselves. Yes. They prepared their meal by themselves. So cooking basics is important, is a life-saving skill. Do you know that the reason why some men, some guys, some unmarried guys, the reason why some of them involve themselves, in relationship with ladies is because they lack cooking skills. Maybe you haven't even thought of it in that manner. But I have seen a guy who can't even cook, who loves to eat, but can't cook. And because of this, he needed a lady. Even though he didn't, he wasn't ready for the relationship, but because he needed someone to help him cooking. And let me also say this. Cooking is not gender-based skills. Cooking is not gender-based skill. Human beings eat, so human beings should learn how to cook. Did you get that? Human beings eat, so human beings should learn how to cook. So if you are the type that will say, my child is a boy, he doesn't really need to know how to cook. After all, you will get married and have a wife. Please come down from that table. Cooking skills teaches children more than cooking. You will know why. I will tell you why here. So, your children can learn even meal planning. Yes, meal planning. Making grocery lists. That's part of cooking basics. At some point in our home, our children started having conflict, choosing their cereal in the morning. One will say, I want Golden Morn. Another one will say, I want cornflakes. Another one will say, I want Cocoa Puffs. Another one will say, I want pap. And we said to them, okay, come up with your cereal plan in the morning. And they came up with it. So, no struggling. That's meal preparation. That's cooking basics that your children need to learn. Even kitchen safety and hygiene That's cooking basic skills. It's a life-saving skill, in case you do not know. It is a life-saving skill. Eladi Oluwabumi, thank you for joining me. You're welcome. It is a life-saving skill that you need to teach your children. Kitchen safety, how to turn on the gas, how to turn off the gas in case there's fire outbreak in the kitchen, how your children can handle it. I have heard of a 4-year-old boy, who was able to save his mom in the kitchen. Who was a 4-year-old boy. So don't even say my child is small, my child is little. Someone posted some time ago that no matter what anybody tells me, my child will not go near gas until my child is 8 years. And I smile because that is from a place of ignorance. An 8-year-old child, come on, our 7-year-old child can turn on the gas, turn off the gas, do cooking, clean the kitchen. Rauche, thank you for joining me. You're welcome. A 7-year-old daughter can do that. Sometimes weekend, she cleaned the cooker, the burner. She cleans the kitchen. Yesterday, even before I woke up, she has woken up, she sweats, she washed the place, she tidied up the kitchen. These skills are life-saving skills. There are times that in life, you won't be there, but these skills will carry your children on. So I talk about learning, planning meal planning and grocery listing. Your grocery is getting exhausted. Get your children to prepare. That's basics, cooking skills. Teach them. Is a life-saving skill. Now, let me tell you why you should teach your children cooking skills, even from toddlers. Let me tell you why. See, cooking skills teach independence. It teaches children how to be independent. Yesterday morning, I had to do some things online. I had to work. I just told my children, go and cook what you want to cook. And I was in the bedroom. They made their meal. Independence. They made their meal. Our daughter is 7 years old. They conveniently made their meals. So it teaches independence. And as they grow, being able to prepare their own meals, help them take responsibility for their nutrition. You see, the reason why some will eat junk, drink Coke in the morning with bread, with pop-off, with, snacks, is because they lack cooking skills. If you want your children to live healthy, to be conscious of their nutrition, you need to start teaching them the cooking basics now. So that by the time they grow up, they take responsibility for what they are eating, they are consuming. So it also teaches children healthy eating habits. It teaches when you expose your children to cooking basics, especially early in life, it teaches healthy eating habits. When children are involved in cooking, they become more aware of the ingredients, the recipes, and the nutrition. And when they grow up with that skills, anywhere they find themselves, they'll be careful of what they take. Yes, it is important. This often leads to healthier food choices. These are the children that will not just eat anything they like. No. They won't grow up to become adults. Oh, Auntie Taibat, thank you for joining me. You're welcome. I see you and I recognize you. So they won't grow up to be adults who take anything, who eat junks, and when they are about 40, 50, they now start looking for weight loss products. They want to slim down. They want to reduce sports belly. No. It leads to healthy eating habits. It also boosts confidence. See, this is important. See, in case you are not aware, cooking skills builds confidence in children. Cooking skills, it builds confidence, it builds responsibility. Following a recipe, measuring ingredients, creating something delicious, it helps children to feel confidence. It makes them feel capable and proud of themselves. Sometimes when our children prepare food, you will see the excitement in their faces. Oh, mommy will cook this. Mommy will prepare this by ourselves. It builds confidence. It also teaches them how to follow instructions. If you are complaining that your children are not following instructions, maybe you need to expose them to cooking. Yes. Because of course, you and I know that if you don't follow instructions, your food may turn out to be something else. There are rules guiding, each delicacies. For instance, you want to cook fried rice. There are rules that you must follow if you want your fried rice to come out as fried rice. You want to prepare jollof rice. There are rules that you need to follow if you want your jollof rice to come out as jollof rice. So cooking teaches children how to follow instructions. And let me also burst your bubble that cooking skills teaches math, science, and creativity. Are you hearing this for the first time? Yes. Cooking teaches math skills. In case you do not know, cooking involves calculation. Yes, it does. Think about it. It does. Science. What happens when you mix this and this? When you mix, the other day, I was preparing a wedu and our son was asking me, Mommy, why are you putting corn? So I had to explain. Why are you putting iru? I had to explain. There's a science that happens when you are cooking. So it teaches children. It makes them understand. Cooking naturally integrates academic skills like, measuring. You have to measure. You can't just put salt in food anyhow. You measure. Yes, you measure. So it teaches children creativity too. Sometimes our children will ask, Mommy, if I do this, what will happen? I will say, well, these are things that are likely to happen. Okay, can we try? I say, well, it's your food. You can go ahead and try. Something they did recently? They asked, Mommy, this spaghetti, what happens if we don't break it? We normally break spaghetti. I said, well, nothing really, just that it will be so long that when you want to eat, you have to lift up your head. And they said, Mommy, can we try it? I said, yes, go ahead. And they cooked a whole spaghetti, sticks of spaghetti without breaking it. And you know what? As they were eating it and they were, raising their heads up, they were having fun with it. That's creativity. That's creativity. So I've told you 4 reasons why you should teach your children basic cooking skills, at least basic ones. I'm not saying your children you should send them to chef school or something. No, at least simple food. At age 8, in fact from age 7, your children should be able to prepare simple meal. Boiling rice, boiling water, boiling egg, preparing spaghetti, preparing noodles. Those are simple meals that your children can learn. Skill number 2. I hope I'll be able to exhaust these 10 skills that I want to teach today because this class is loaded. All right, let's move on. The second skill is money handling. Money handling. You need to start teaching your children how to handle money. If you have not started, this holiday period is the best time for them to start. I've heard parents say, my children cannot handle money, so they take money away from their children. That's wrong. You can't teach your children money handling, financial responsibility by taking money away from them. No, you give it to them, teach them how to handle it, and watch them do it so that when they make errors, you correct them. You need to teach your children how to count and handle cash. If you have a child from 4 or 5 years old and your child doesn't, recognize the currencies, you are wrong. If you haven't taught your children different currencies that your children cannot identify, the currency you spend in any country where you're watching me from, this is the period you should start teaching your children. They should be able to count. They should be able to identify your notes, your coins, and all that. They should understand savings versus spending. Even our children, even our toddler is learning how to save. They have their PG box where they keep their money. Yes, they have their, when when we were growing up, what our parents normally do is when visitor comes around and they give you money, they collect it from us. And they say, I'll keep it for you. Don't worry, I'll keep it for you. And you'll be expecting that your money is somewhere breathing. And like my father would say, when I remember that I have money, I say, my daddy, my money with you, please, can I have it? You will hear something like, which money? The food you have been eating, is it your money you are using to buy it? Parents, it's wrong. You are teaching your children financial irresponsibility. When visitor comes around and they give your children money, let them keep it. Yes, teach them how to keep it. Let them learn savings versus spending so that they won't grow up to become irresponsible, adults who is irresponsible with money. Do you know that the reason why some of us stay broke is not because we are not making money? It's not actually because we are not making money. It is because we lack financial skills. Possibly our parents were careless. They didn't think it's something necessary that they should teach us. Now you are hearing me. Even from toddler, your toddler can start learning financial management. Yes, your toddler can start learning financial management. Somebody gives your child the money. Oh, instead of saying, bring it, let me keep it for you. Okay, go and keep it. I'll ask for it when you need money. There was a time our daughter had money, and one day she picked one of them, one currency, and they went to go and buy sweets, plenty sweets, and they licked the sweets. I was not aware. Later they told me. Fine, that was an error, but that was also an opportunity to teach. So I used that opportunity to teach that you don't spend all money. Because you own the money doesn't mean you should spend it on edibles. You can keep it. Sometimes when you need pencil, you can pick from your money, buy pencil, buy books. You need to learn to invest in yourself. And since that time, she hasn't tried that again. So let your children understand savings versus spending. Let them manage small allowance and budget. Give them money, especially if you have preteen or teenagers. Give them money. Give them monthly allowance, weekly allowance. Let them plan the budget. Let them spend the money by themselves. It is an opportunity for you to teach them financial management. So why do you need to teach your children money handling this time? Because it builds financial responsibility early. It encourages goal setting and delayed gratification. It promotes math and critical thinking skills, and it also prepares them for real-world challenges. Please take notes. Money handling skills is important for your children, and it is a life-saving skill. Trust me. It is a life-saving skill so that your children will not grow up to be adults who is irresponsible. Adults who are irresponsible with money. Who spends money anyhow. Let's move on. Personal hygiene and self-care. That's the third life skill that I want to talk about. Children need to own daily grooming habits, keeping personal item organized. In fact, this is a perfect time. This is a perfect time for you to start teaching your children personal hygiene, because now they stay at home from morning till night, so you have more time to spend together. I told our children last week, go and come up with your daily routine, what you want to be doing daily during this holiday. And they came up with their daily routine. Fantastic plan. Perfect. And one of the things they included that I was very happy about is this personal hygiene, taking care of the home. Choosing clothes appropriately for weathers and occasions. For those of you who will choose everything for your children, you will choose the clothes they will wear, the pants they will wear, the socks, the shoe, everything. You need to start teaching your children to be able to take care of themselves. I can't remember when last we chose dress for our 5-year-old son. Even our toddler, he picks his dress by himself. Except once in a while, we just help him because he hasn't really understood, dressing up and all that. So this is the right time to start teaching your children how to choose their dresses based on weather. When the weather is sunny, when it's cold, you need to teach them. Personal hygiene, how to take care of themselves, how to have their bath, perfectly, how to take care of their undies and all that. Teaching children personal hygiene and self-care is fundamental to their overall development. Yes, it is fundamental to their overall development. About 2 weeks ago, I was teaching our children how to, bathe themselves, and I was demonstrating for them how you scrub your head, the back of your hair, your inner hair, your neck, your hand, and all that. And I told them, and I asked them, do you know why you need to take your personal hygiene and self-care important? And I was happy with our daughter's response there, so that we will not be falling sick. Yes, if you don't teach your children how to take care of themselves, their personal hygiene, they will grow up to become an adult who care less with their health. So why do you need to teach your children? I'll give you 4 reasons why your children need to learn these skills early enough. It promotes health and prevents illness, just as I told you. Good hygiene habits like hand washing, brushing teeth, and bathing regularly help prevent spread of germs. See, our children understand. Even if they go outside for outdoor play, as soon as they are entering the house, the first thing they do is to wash their hands. The first thing they do is to wash their hands. And I've explained to them, I said, this is why you have to observe this. Because it's easy for you to put your hands in your mouth, either intentionally or unintentionally. And because chances are high that you can use your hand to pick dirt, to touch this, to scratch your head, put it in your nose and all that. If you have contacted germs with your hands and you just come in, you pick biscuit, you eat, you can get infection. So these are the things that we need to teach our children. Even when they are away from home, they will be able to take responsibility for themselves. My friend, Balogun Monora, thank you for joining me. They will be able to take responsibility for themselves. So it also builds self-esteem and confidence. When children take care of their body, they feel better about themselves. Again, I was teaching our children how they need to, take care of their body so that they won't have body odor. And I asked them a lot of questions so that I can know what is running, through their mind. And I asked them, I said, what do you think that body odor can cause? Our daughter said it can cause bullying. Oh, I was excited for that response because that is true. A child who has body odor can be bullied by classmates, and that will reduce that child's self-confidence. Yes, it will. So teaching your children personal hygiene, body self-care, we build their self-esteem, their confidence. They will be glad that they are taking care of their body. It also encourages responsibility and routine. I'm talking about why you need to start teaching your children personal hygiene and self-care. It encourages responsibilities and routine. When your children learn self-care, it teaches them to take ownership of their daily needs. I need to wash my hands regularly. I need to brush my teeth when I wake up. I need to, have my bath. I need to wash my undies. I need to iron my dress. I need to tidy up my hair and all that. It teaches them routine and responsibility. It teaches them to develop a sense of routine. Again, if your child is struggling to follow routine, this is another important skill that will help you to build, a sense of routine in your children. Discipline and personal responsibility. It also lays foundation for lifelong habits. There are things that I cannot do. There are things that I can never do. Why? Because my parents taught me. I lived with my grandma. And my grandma uses white undies, white pants, white singlet, white shimmy, and all that. Until that, uh, 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 till my grandma's underwear will be tearing, the white will remain white and it will be shining. You know, for a very long time, I thought on these don't have other colors. Honestly, that was my thought. So when I was getting on this by myself, I go for white pants, white this, white, until I started menstruating. You understand? So why am I saying this? What you teach your children is a foundation for lifelong habits. Lifelong habits. I could still recall my grandma would soak the underwear with a jig. That time is jig that we use. Disinfectants, hypo and all this. No, they were not in the market. It's bleach. We will soak the underwear with bleach with warm water, you know, for some hours before we wash. And that was how I grew up, to be taking care of my unders. So when you teach your children personal hygiene, you know, self-care, you are laying foundation for lifelong habits. Another skill, that's number 4, is time management. Time management. Again, before I forgot, cooking skill, we also teach your children time management. Remember, there's a time that food needs to stay on the fire. So cooking is also a skill that teaches time management. So during unstructured days, children can use timers and simple planners, set reminders for tasks and routine, practice priority play, learning and chores. You can use family whiteboard. Teach your children that time management is a powerful life skill. I used to tell our children that everybody has 24 hours. And I used to tell them that the difference between the successful and the unsuccessful is their ability to manage their time. That's just it. We all have 24 hours for everything we want to do. So your ability to manage that 24 hours determines how successful you are. And we have started teaching them time management, focusing, prioritizing tasks, and all that. So why do you need to teach your children time management? Because it develops a sense of structure and discipline. When I started teaching our children how to set daily goals, one of my targets is to teach her how to manage time. And anytime she's able to follow the routine, she finishes her daily tasks on time. I have done this over and over. If you're an adult, if you are not doing that, you are not helping yourself too. Just try it. What I normally do is that a day before, I schedule my activities for the day. So as soon as I'm waking up, I already know what I want to do. As I'm completing a task, I'm checking my list. What next? There's no need cracking my brain. What do I need to do next? What do I want to do? Should I do this? Should I not do it now? No. I would have arranged them in the order of their importance. These are the things that we need to teach our children. Is time management skills. So when you teach your children time management skills, they develop a sense of structure and routine. It reduces stress and increases productivity. It reduces stress. Any day that I carelessly refuse to plan for the next day, I end up being stressed and being unproductive. Yes, I end up being stressed. So when you teach your children how to manage time, it will reduce stress. You know, they know what to do next. They know what not to do. They know how to do things, and it will increase their productivity. Children who manage their time well are less likely to feel overwhelmed. They are less likely to, they can complete their own work chores and still have time to play. This is what happens in my house. Our children are listening to me. Any day they fail to follow their daily routine, they feel overwhelmed. And that's when you're hearing, mommy, I'm not done with my own phone. Mommy, I've not done my chores. Well, you have to do it. They end up being overwhelmed. Then, time management skills teach children how to build accountability and decision making. When you teach your children time management, you are teaching them accountability, decision-making skills. They will be able to think, what do I need to do so that I can save time? So that with this time frame, I can achieve this. Time management teaches children to make choices about how they spend their time. It cultivates responsibilities and helps them to understand the consequences of procrastination or poor planning. I struggled with procrastination. I will do it later. I will do it later. I will do it later. It's a skill I have to start developing, start working on myself, even as an adult. These things our parents, not many of our parents think they are necessary skills that they need to intentionally teach us. Now you are listening to me. These are the skills that you need to intentionally teach. You see, as you take maths teacher for your children, some of you parents, you have extra teachers teaching your children mathematics, teaching them physics, teaching them chemistry and all that. You need to be intentional. You need to be intentional to teach all these children, all these skills to your children. Remember, I said in my introduction that academic success opens doors, but these life skills help your children to walk through that door with wisdom. Let's move on. Time management also prepares your children for academic and future success. If your children lack time management, I told our daughter, I said, even if you are in an exam hall and you are to answer five questions, you are given maybe 10 questions, and you are to answer 5 questions, and you know that 10 questions, you can answer the 10 questions perfectly. If you lack time management, you can fail that exam. Think about it. You can fail that exam, even though you are brilliant, you are intelligent, you know the question, you understand the rudiments of the question, answer the question. If you lack time management, you can fail. Because by the time you maybe the exam is 1 hour, you already spent 40 minutes on one question. How do you want to answer the other questions? What time do you have? So time management also prepares children for academic success and future success, from school deadlines to extracurricular activities. Managing time well impacts performance. The other skill, that's number 5, is conflict resolution. Conflict resolution. Conflicts are inevitable between siblings, even as parents. Conflict is inevitable. It happens. When Chide will say, oh, he took my pencil. Oh, it is not your pencil. Oh, it is my pencil. And all that. And mommy, come and do this. Mommy, come and talk to him. Oh, mommy, come and talk. You need to teach your children how to resolve conflicts respectfully. Respectfully. When I see adults talking anyhow, trying to resolve conflicts in uttering abusive words, and your head is this, your mouth is this, hey, you are stupid, you are foolish. What it means is that they were not taught conflict resolution. You can resolve conflict respectfully without disrespecting each other. Yes, it's a skill. It's a skill. Honestly, I don't know how to do all those things. Hey, your head is this, your mouth is this, hey, you are doing this. No. If I have conflict with you, I tell you, this is what you do. This is how I feel with what you do. And I don't like it. I wouldn't want you to treat me that way. Simple. You have made your points made. We see comments on social media too. Some people will comment on posts and they will be uttering abusing words. No. You can make your point without being rude. These are skills that we need to teach our children intentionally. Teach them skills like I feel. Let them be responsible for their feelings. Let them be responsible for their feelings. We have adults who are irresponsible with their feelings, and they say something like, hey, he got me angry, that was why I slapped her. That's irresponsibility. You are irresponsible. Yes, you are irresponsible. That is what it means. For the fact that someone said something you don't like to you doesn't mean you should misbehave. You can choose. Yes, it's a choice. It's a skill that you need to build. You can teach your children role play. Let them role play peacemaking. Let them model active listening and apology. Sometimes when our children when they're having conflict, we are quick to judge. They say, oh yeah, go and tell her sorry. Oh yeah, tell him that you're sorry. No, that's not a good conflict resolution strategy. That is not. Teach your children to model active listening, empathy. Sometimes when our children are having conflicts, I just call them and ask, this thing that you said to your brother, just imagine if your brother had said that to you, how will you feel? And they will come, I'll feel sad. Okay. What do you think your brother is feeling now because you did this? That's how to resolve conflicts. Let them put themselves in that shoe, not forcing them to apologize. Let them fight. Don't avoid conflict. No, conflict resolution is not avoiding conflict, because conflict will happen in the office, in the school, anywhere you find yourself. So far you are relating with human beings, conflict is inevitable. Let them fight, but guide them on how to heal. Guide them on how to heal. How children are taught how to manage conflict with their siblings lays the foundation of how they will handle conflict with people outside. Take note of that. So why do you need to teach your children conflict resolution? It's built emotional intelligence and empathy, just like I've explained. It's built emotional intelligence. It improves relationships and social skills. I'm going to have a session on social skills. Social skills is a very important skill that we need to teach our children. See, if your child is academically inclined and your child lacks social skill, your child will struggle. Do you know what social skills are? Ability to make friends, to keep healthy relationship. I lacked it. I lacked social skill because my parents shielded me from having friends. It's a skill I developed as an adult. See, I have benefited from social skills. If you have social skills, doors will open for you. Doors that your academics cannot open, your social skills can open it for you. Don't let me go deep. One of these sessions, that's why you shouldn't miss this session. Any session, you shouldn't miss the Parenting Talk Show with Coach Ayoluwa, because it's loaded. Most of the things I'm sharing with you, they are things that I learned in a hard way. They are things that I paid money to learn. And I'm here sharing it for you for free. Please invite your friends, your children's teacher in church, in school, in mosque, anywhere. Invite them to join this session every Sunday. You know why? Because your child is not safe until every other children is safe. Let's move on. So I said teaching your children conflict resolution builds emotional intelligence and empathy. It improves relationships and social skills. It also prevents aggressive and avoidant behavior. Aggressive. Aggression is everywhere. You will see a grown-up man in suit, in executive car. Because someone bashed the car, the person will come out, remove the suit, roll off the shirt, and start fighting. Boo, boo. What it means is lack of emotional intelligence, lack of conflict resolution skills. So when you teach your children conflict resolution, it prevents aggressive and avoidant behavior. It equips them for real life challenges. Number 6, empathy and emotional intelligence. You need to start teaching your children empathy. The reason why our society is what it is today is because we lack empathy. Yes, empathy. An empathic leader, an empathic leader would put him or herself in a shoe of a poor person who can't afford a medical bill. And they will set up a medical, what will I call it? Medical platform that are inclusive of people that can't afford especially expensive medical bills. Empathy is important. If we have to change our society, we need to start teaching our children empathy and emotional intelligence. I made a video on how to raise emotionally intelligent children. It's available on my YouTube. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe. I have over 40 videos on parenting on my YouTube channel. You can watch those videos and remain the same. Trust me when I say so. You cannot. So you need to teach your children to name their feelings, to recognize others' feelings, and to be able to manage their emotions. What is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize and understand your feelings and the feelings of others around, and being able to manage it. That is simply what emotional intelligence is. You need to teach your children to be able to label their emotions, to be able to name their emotions, their feelings. If they can't name their feelings, they cannot tame it. If you are angry and you can say it that I am angry, you are likely not to misbehave. Try it. Try it. So feelings, emotional intelligence is what you should start teaching your children early. All these skills we have started teaching our children. When we were coming back from church, our son was asking me, Mommy, are you excited? Are you happy? Are you sad? We talk about feelings every time. So sometimes when they are angry, they are able to express, Mommy, I'm feeling angry. It's okay. And I tell them it's okay to feel angry. At the Model Family Focus, we believe there is no negative feelings. You are sad is a signal, not negative feelings. So you need to start teaching your children. You can use books, stories, movies to teach emotional intelligence. Why do you need to teach your children empathy and emotional intelligence? It enhances relationship and social harmony. One of the things I said in that video, how to raise emotionally intelligent children, is that children who are taught emotional intelligence, emotionally intelligent children, do you know that they grow up to become good spouses? Yes, good spouses, good husbands and good wives, good friends. Go and check it. A good husband is an emotionally intelligent husband. Go and watch that video, you will learn. It's not a long video. I'm not sure it's up to 15 minutes video. How to raise emotionally intelligent children. It's available on my YouTube channel. Yes. Children who are raised to be emotionally intelligent, they stand better chance of being successful in life. I said in that video, I talk about intelligent quotient and emotional intelligence. IQ. As much as IQ is important, EQ, that's emotional intelligence, is more predictive of success more than IQ. That's another class entirely. Maybe one of these sessions I'll still talk about that. So teaching your children emotional intelligence and empathy enhances relationship and social harmony. It supports emotional regulation and self-awareness. It reduces bullying, and promotes inclusion. If your children understand emotional intelligence, they won't bully, and they will recognize when they are being bullied. It also lays groundwork for leadership and resilience. Take note. Number 7, responsibility through choice. Responsibility through choice. If you don't have a schedule for chores in your home, this long holiday is a time to start. Let me share one of our family plan this holiday for our children. I told them that from next session, they will have to wake up by themselves, prepare their meal in the morning, and get themselves ready for school. Yes, and we are starting. And they vacated on Friday, but because we have been talking, I've been telling them even before the beginning of this just concluded term that from next session, I will no longer prepare your meal in the morning. You wake up, prepare your meal, pack your food, prepare yourself, and go to school. And they are starting to learn that from this holiday. Their wake up time used to be 6. I would have woken up, prepared things before I wake them up by 6. I have told them when they were making their daily routine, move your wake up time to 5 a.m. 5 a.m. you wake up, you do your morning devotion, then you go to kitchen, prepare your meal. I will just be there to support you. Prepare your meal, pack your food, pack your lunch bag, clean up yourself, and dress up for school. We are implementing that this holiday. That's why I've been saying you need to make holiday purposeful holiday. Just think of it. If we are able to achieve this, and they can wake up in the morning, prepare their meal, get themselves ready to school. Don't you think I'll be a proud mom? Yes, we will be, because it will even reduce our own stress too as parents. So as you are teaching your children these life skills, you are also preparing your own rest plan. Yes, rest plan. You have children, you have adolescents, and you have to do the chores by yourself. No, you are not doing well. Even our toddler has his own chores. Yes, he has his own chores. He arranges the clothes after doing the laundry. He will separate the clothes. He must ensure that there are no litters on the floor. He's the one that fills his siblings' water bottle. And I've told him he's resuming school. He's just 3 years. So he'll be resuming school with his siblings next term. His own chores after school, after home fun and all that, is to ensure that he fills the water bottles, pack their lunch bag. See, it gives children sense of responsibility. It makes them feel that they are contributing something to the family, and it builds their confidence. Sometimes when our toddler is able to achieve a task, you will see the excitement. I did it by myself. That's confidence building. Confidence. So you need to build responsibility through chores. Give them chores, and you will be surprised that these children can do it. The first time that our daughter cleaned the burner, I was surprised. Honestly, he did it better than I could do it. She did it better, and I didn't even tell her. She just went to the kitchen, saw the burner dirty, and she tidied it up. So this holiday, assign age-appropriate chores, cleaning their spaces. Your children finish their meal. Let them pack their plate. Our toddler pack his plate by himself. Why will you finish eating and I'll come and pack your plate? Why? No. Laundry basic. When you remove dirty clothes, this is where you put it. This is laundry basket. Taking care of plants. House chores is important. Chores build dignity. Chores build dignity. They teach that we all contribute to family life. Yes, that is one important thing that chores will teach your children. Dignity. Contribution. Your children will feel inclusive. Don't be that parent who will be in the kitchen and your children will sit on the sofa and be watching cartoon. No, it doesn't happen here. No. It shouldn't be. You are not equipping your children for life success. It's not only about books. Hey, go and carry your book. Go and study. No. Life is not just only about academics. I've said this many times and I will continue to say it. 8 skills. Our time is fast spent. Decision making. Give choices. Involve them in planning. Let them choose. Let them make appropriate choices. You want to wear this dress or this dress? Would you like to do this before this or after this? Give them age-appropriate choices. See, you will not always be there to make choices for your children. There will be times that life will be hard. Don't even say God forbid, because it does happen. It will. It will definitely be happen. It will definitely happen. You are here. You would know that at some point life hit you hard. At some point, that life hits you hard. It will also happen to your children. If you like, pray from morning to night. That is why I keep saying, it's better you prepare your children for the road. Don't prepare the road for your children. Because you never can tell. The road can change. But when you have prepared your children for the road, come rain, come shine, anywhere they find themselves, they will be able to walk through it. They will be able to walk through it. So you need to give your children opportunity to make choice. Help them plan family activities. Evaluate options together. Should we do this or this? Ask open-ended questions. Don't just ask questions that requires yes or no. No, it doesn't boost critical thinking. It doesn't foster decision making. When you ask questions that requires yes or no answer, you shut down a conversation. You have boxed your child, into a space. Ask questions. What? Why? How? Let your children think. It will boost their decision-making skills. Give them opportunity to choose what to wear, what to eat. Stop choosing dresses for your children. Aye Labogo, thank you for joining me. Stop choosing dresses for your children. Stop it. You are not building decision-making skills for them. You are not. Just guide them. Guide them. Like I said, our toddler, he picks up his dress by himself. And sometimes, even if he picks color blocking, what do we call it? When you pick contrasting color, maybe yellow and red, and we say, oh, what if you change this trouser? And say, no, mommy, that's what I want. Fine. No police will arrest him or her. It's a way of fostering decision-making skill so that they will be able to take decisions even when you are not there with them. You won't be there with them to take decisions. Do you follow them to school? Of course, no. And trust me, we will always be faced. Your children will always be faced with choices. Choices. Should I do this? Should I take this? Should I do these activities? Remember, they are mixing with other children outside. So you need to teach your children, equip them with decision-making skills, ability to take informed decisions. So evaluate options together. Why do you need to teach them decision-making skills? Because it promotes critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, just like I've said. Just like I've said. It builds confidence and independence. It teaches accountability and consequences. Some of us, we protect our children from facing consequences of their behavior. We are not teaching decision-making skills. Yes. I made a post on my Facebook page. By the way, if you are watching me and you have not followed me on my Facebook page, you are missing out. I teach about parenting every day. You will find something to learn on my page about parenting. So, I made a post about consequences. Consequence is not a weapon. It's a teacher. Yes. I'm not talking about beating, because I know what most of us see as consequences. When my child misbehaves, I beat my child. Let me give you a scenario. I think I made a post about this. There was one school day like that. Our children came back from school. We have a family digital master plan. And our family digital master plan stated that no screen during the week. We don't watch screen during the week, except if it is absolutely necessary. And definitely not before home phone. So when they come back from school, after washing their hands, they pray. When they want to, if they want to eat, they have their lunch. If they don't want to eat, they go for their, home phone. And this very day, our son turned on the TV. He connected the TV with data, and he was playing music. He was dancing. He would scroll from one Christian channel to another Christian channel. He was dancing. And usually when they are doing their own phone, I like to stay around in case they need my help. And I told him, I said, I'm here in case you need my help. He just did as if I was not even around. He was dancing. He was dancing. Luckily, will I say luckily, somehow that morning on our way to school, I taught them about time management. And our daughter told him, do you know you are wasting your time? You are dancing when you're supposed to be doing your own fun. He said, I can waste my time and still finish on time. Okay? So I left him. I went to kitchen. I started preparing dinner. You know, the normal African parents will pick cake. Oh, you have your own fun. I left him. After dancing, he danced. After dancing, he picked his book. Hey, mommy, come and help me. I need your help. I want to do my own. I said, me, not today. I was there with you. You were busy dancing. You were enjoying yourself. Now, I'm in the kitchen. I'm working. You have to sort yourself. He was, he was furious. He was, what's my own? What's my business with that? So he picked his pencil. He was struggling. It was already getting dark. Unfortunately for him, there was no light. Unfortunately for him, the solar went off. So there was darkness. He struggled. His dad came back in, and daddy helped me, and daddy give me light. Nobody helped him. He figured it out by himself. That's consequences, not beating. If I had beaten him, I will rob him, of that opportunity to face that consequences, that if you don't do what you're supposed to do per time, you will struggle. And what left me speechless, when he finished, he eventually struggled to finish that whole fund by himself. As he was packing his book, he said, I will never do this again in my life. And trust me, he hasn't tried that again. That is consequences. Allowing your children to face consequences of their behavior. That is one of the skills that decision making will teach your children. Then it also prepares your children for real life challenge. Oh, I've taken 30 minutes of your time. Please bear with me. I'll soon round up. The ninth one is goal setting. Goal setting. Teach your children this holiday how to set goal, daily goal, how to carry on their tasks. I want to read 2 books this week, this month. I want to read 4 books. I want to learn how to ride my bike for the next 3 months. And celebrate success. Celebrate progress, not just the success, not just the results. Celebrate it. Teach them. I've taught our daughter how to set daily goals. Daily goals. What do I want to achieve today? This is what I want to do today. This is how I want to do it. Assign time so that you can manage your time and achieve more with little time. You can create a goal ball or goal journal. A journal where your children can set their goal. Teaching children setting goal is a powerful way to nurture focus, motivation, and growth. Yes, teaching your children how to set goal is a powerful way to nurture focus. Your children will learn how to focus because they have something guiding them. That's their goal. Motivation. There's something motivating them. I have to do this. I need to do this. I need to achieve this. And this will improve their growth. So why do you need to teach your children how to set goal? Number one is that it builds motivation and focus. It teaches planning and time management. See, all these skills, they are interwoven. Yes, that's why you need to be intentional about teaching them. It also fosters growth mindset and resilience. Growth mindset says, I can learn this and do better. Fixed mindset says, no, I can't do anything apart from what I'm doing. So when you teach your children goal setting, it fosters growth mindset. They can explore, they can do other things, and it will foster resilience and growth. It also builds confidence through achievement, even as an adult. When I set daily goal or weekly goal and I'm able to achieve it, I have a sense of achievement. Oh, I'm able to do this. I'm able to do this. Anytime I set my daily goal, as I'm achieving it task by task, I tick it, done. And at the end of the day, when I'm, evaluating my day, I have this confidence and sense of achievement. Oh, I've done something reasonable today. I achieved my goals today. And the last skill that I want to talk about is faith and value. See, faith and value. children who are taught about faith, about God, even if they found themselves in a messy environment, they will always find their way home. Yes, they will always find their way home. Be intentional about teaching your children your faith. Whether you are a Muslim or you are a Christian, it doesn't matter. Whatever thing you believe, whatever faith you hold on to, this is the time, if you have not been doing it intentionally. It's more than taking your children to church. No, it's more than that. If you are a Muslim, it's more than sending your children to Quranic school. It's more than that. Read devotional together. Study scriptures together with your children. This holiday is a time to do that. It's a time to reflect on purpose, kindness, gratitude, your family value. This is a time. By the way, let me tell you, I've been saying this. If you are parenting and you don't have your family system installation, you are parenting in error. I can tell you this confidently, anyhow, anywhere, anytime. If you are parenting and you don't have your family system installed, what is family system installation? It is a system that I've created at the Model Family Focus that puts the family together with their family vision, family mission, their core values, and other framework that helps your family to keep running. It's a way of creating legacy for your family and even for the generation to come. You need one, is important. Get to us at the Model Family Focus and we'll walk you through that family system installation. So this holiday period is a time to teach your children about your faith. Sit them down, teach them Bible stories, teach them Quranic stories. Let them know what you believe in. Let them serve as a family in a small way. Teach them all this intentionally. The holiday is for fun, but it's also for planting values that will outlive the break. Let me say this again. Holiday is for fun, but it is also a time for planting values that will outlive the break. Faith is important. In everything you give to your children, there's one thing you shouldn't leave behind. That is your God. That is your God. Send your children to good schools. Teach them all these skills. Build houses for them. Buy them clothes. Send them abroad. Do anything you like. If you don't give them your God, they will eventually be messed up. So this holiday period is the period to do so. Before I round off this session, let me quickly do a recap of the 10 skills that your children can learn. Essential life-saving skills that your children can learn this holiday. I talked about cooking, money handling, self-care and hygiene, time management, conflict resolution, empathy, chores, decision making, goal settings, and faith. Speak this over your child. You are made for more than great. You are made to grow in wisdom, kindness, and strength. Say this to your children often. Thank you all for joining me. And this is where I draw the curtain of today's session. Please go into the comment section and tell me what you are leaving this session with. Yes, I want to hear from you. And if there is any topic you want me to talk about, please do well to reach out to me. I will be glad to do so. Remember, I told you initially that I love parenting. I love to parent. I love to teach parenting. I love to learn parenting. I love to write about parenting. I love parenting so much because I understand that one effective way that we can change our society, that can change our society and make the world a better place is getting parenting right. Once again, my name is Ayolu Adedeji. I am the parenting guru. Yes, it's me. the parenting guru. And every Sunday by 2 p.m., I am here live here teaching you everything I know about parenting. Next session, next week Sunday, I'll bring another educative topic to you on parenting. Please don't miss any session. And in case you miss any, please go to my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, keep parenting with intention.